Hi, I'm Anna, owner of Pura Vida Living, a wellbeing company with the mission to keep wellbeing simple and accessible to everybody. And this week's Thursday's thought is about the belief of being enough. I recently attended an audience with Marisa Peer, and as a therapist, she explains that really we all have the same underlying core beliefs, and one of them being a limiting belief of I am not enough. So this is something that we've heard or interpreted from a very young age, and then throughout our lives we've continued to see the evidence that reinforces what we already believe. And the thing is with thoughts, we think every thought that comes into our mind is true. We don't tend to actually question, is this true or not? And as a result, we see the evidence that does support it, and we filter out the evidence that is to the contrary. So this is something I look at very commonly with my clients in my practice, because when you start delving into where something came from or the evidence surrounding the belief, there's often plenty of evidence to say it's not true and actually identify this isn't a helpful belief. So why would I believe that thought and live my life accordingly? So the great news is we don't have to believe our thoughts, and we can question them. So the first thing is to just observe our thoughts, be the observer. Question, is this a helpful thought? Is this not a helpful thought? And specifically around the idea of I am not enough, identify where you have that thought. Is it a specific occasion that you think it and you beat yourself up? And then look at changing it. So I am not enough can simply become I am enough, or it might be something like I am not good enough at speaking in public, and you could look to changing that to I am good enough at speaking in public. Or if your mind doesn't quite accept the extreme opposite, it could be something like I am becoming more confident at speaking in public. I am learning to, I'm allowing myself, because those words can't be questioned in the same way by our mind as if you just say the extreme opposite. Sometimes it says, well, that's just not true. So that's my Thursday's thought really. Where do you not say you're enough? Where can you start to believe that you are enough and start to change the words? Because the more you tell yourself you are, the more you will also believe it. Marisa Peer suggests putting it everywhere, writing it on your mirror, having it as your screensaver, having it around the house, whatever, because the more you reinforce that belief, the more that will become familiar, and our mind loves whatever is familiar.